I'm Zoe Harkin. I'm 29 years old and I'm a forestry consultant. My specialty is in forest carbon and climate change. Trees store carbon, so planting more trees and preserving high diversity forests helps address climate change. You are paying for someone to plant trees to remove CO2 from the atmosphere to offset emissions of your own. So this has created a huge market, and our clients, they're all interested in how long does the forest need to stay there in order to offset carbon. What I actually do is go and have a look at the forest itself, see how it's going. I can take some measurements and you can determine how much carbon is stored in the forest. Usually you will measure the diameter of the tree and you can measure the height, and there's a series of equations and it will let you know how much biomass is stored in that tree. You can also do soil sampling to determine how much carbon is in the soil. We have field equipment that will help determine it, so there's a hypsometer, or you can use a clinometer. It will tell you the angle to the top. There's actually quite a lot of the inventory that can also be done using satellite imagery. Another job that I'm doing at the moment is for Landcare. They've got a Carbon Smart program which is putting in carbon plantations on farms, and that's all throughout Australia. And it's great to see farmers getting paid for sort of planting more trees on their land and doing the right thing. The way I got into forestry was quite random. I came from a farm and I felt like I wanted to do something in primary industries, but I didn't really want to be a farmer because I wasn't very good at it. So I saw the forest science course description, thought it looked good and applied and got in, and I haven't looked back since. It's been fantastic. I didn't really know very much about it when I got into it though. Forestry is not a very well-known career choice in Australia. Not many people know a forester or know other people who are a forester, so I thought I was going to become a park ranger. I work in South Bank in Melbourne, and I spend most of my day at my computer, on the phone or in meetings. I have to use the Excel spreadsheets for the financial analysis. I think forestry has changed an awful lot, and it's now a genuinely sustainable industry that I feel very proud to work in. And I think environmental groups have done an extremely good job in the past of making sure that Australia's forests are managed sustainably and keeping the forestry industry on their toes. We're sort of now entering a new era where foresters and environmentalists are finally working together, and actually it's on this issue of climate change that we seem to be finding common ground. The course I did to get into this work was a Bachelor of Forest Science at Melbourne University, and that's recently been changed to a Masters of Forest Ecosystem Science. I think what I love most about the job is that it's about planting more trees and also preserving high biodiversity ecosystems, and also getting to do some travel, which is great. We're doing an avoided deforestation job, and that's in the jungle in West Papua that was scheduled to be harvested and possibly converted to an oil palm plantation. So through money from carbon credits, they can actually pay to not harvest that forest. That's one of the first of its kind, and they're just discussing in the UN climate change negotiations how they're going to handle this issue. And that sort of thing feels more like an amazing once-in-a-lifetime adventure rather than a job as such.